A lot of people have been blocked by people, I don't know who.
From the shelter?
Blocked, putting comments up saying, animals that are up for adoption, people are coming back and blocking them. I mean,
blocking them where?
Blocking them on Facebook. Facebook's a heavily used media thing for a lot of adoptions. That's where I found my dog at. I would have never found him. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Chairman?
So,
Mr. Mayor.
We will continue to use social media as an informational tool, not as a communication point, though. We will not go back and forth, and the City of Taylor, all these social media channels are controlled by one individual, and there are rules and specifics. If there's other pages that are out there, they're not sanctioned by the City of Taylor.
So there are no guidelines to where, it's just at the manager's discretion for these certain things. Can we be made aware of those certain things, or is it just, personally, he can do whatever he wants?
No, sir. Well, the documents will be transparent, sir. Just because the money's donated doesn't mean that they can keep it, some secret. The documents, all the decisions, they will be all transparent.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Sit here.
My name is Sharon Byers. I live at 11840 Cape Cod. Okay, the dog pound, I adopted a dog a year ago, and the stipulation was that I was to have my dog fixed. If I did not have my dog fixed, it was right in the paperwork, I was to surrender the dog, and I forfeited the $400 that I paid for this dog. I understood that there was a person that worked in the dog pond, or wherever, the shelter. She received a dog, and she bred that dog. How come I had to have my dog fixed? And if I didn't get it fixed, I had to surrender my dog, plus the $400 that I paid. She did not have to do this. Why?
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Mayor.
I'm not sure the specifics of whatever
It's
this is.
happened.
Excuse me.
Please, if I could answer.
Just trying to say it happened.
Okay, I believe you. I'm not doubting that. The spay and neuter law, it's a state law. It's not a City of Taylor law. So that's governed by the state of Michigan. We're part of an act that's called Act 179. It has to do with outside relationships with other agencies. So the City of Riverview is part of the act. Dearborn Heights used to be. We have now a relationship with Lincoln Park. All of that is a state law that governs that act, not anything local. So in terms of somebody not complying with that and breeding a particular dog, I'm not going to contest that it doesn't happen. We probably have a very reactive system, and it probably has happened. But it is a state law.
I know, but I don't understand. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Just because this person donates money to the shelter, that does not give her the right to do that.
I agree. And if you know something specifically, the director is.
Well, we'll get with TASKK. TASKK knows how it happened and everything. It's on record.
Okay. Well, if you know and want to share it with us, and so that we can pursue whatever is.
And I will.
The director is the.
Because I paid $400 for my dog, and I had to take it and get him fixed.
That's
Which is
the law.
no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I love my dog. But if I'm paying $400 for a dog and I get it fixed, and someone else that donates money to the shelter is allowed to take and breed that dog and make more money, that's unfair to us.
Ma'am, you're absolutely right, and it's against the law.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Cartwright. I am a founder of TASKK as well. So you just described and answered our question, and our worst fear is the discretion of management. If you don't have the funds for a dog that needs an eye removal or a limb remove or has parvo, you're probably not going to take the chance and raise the funds to get the vet care needed for that animal. Is that correct? Is that what I heard?
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Mayor.
No, what I said was management will make those decisions. If there's an extraordinary case where they need to solicit heavily for outside donations to save an animal, they will do that.
So the city budget.
As TASKK would have previously.
So the city budget I hear is $5,000 a year. Is that correct?
Mr. Chairman, that sounds wrong. It sounds incorrect, but I don't have the budget in front of me, so.
A new page was started after the separation from TASKK to the page had over 13,000 people on it. To me, that's the support that the city needs and that the animals need, and now this new page is created. And as Mr. Beck has said, several people have been blocked from the new page, unable to assist and still continue to help the animals. So the statement saying that we are welcome is false because we have been blocked. I have shared the post off the new page to our current page, and my post has been reported as copyrights, and that I've been threatened on Facebook that my personal account is going to be shut down. So how is the new page, whoever's running the new page, has the best interests of the animals at heart?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Mayor.
And I don't want to get too much into social media. That's not my field of expertise. As a matter of fact, I don't even necessarily care for it because there's so much false information out there. How you would be blocked from a city page would be if language was being used, if derogatory comments were being made. Those are reasons that we would block somebody and not allow them to comment on city-operated pages. I don't know specifically what you're talking about, what page it is. If you want to meet with the director, again, he's in the back, Keith Bach. You can certainly talk to him, but those are the reasons one would be blocked. In terms of the personality conflicts, we have a job to do. It's simply to care for the animals. There are people that I may not necessarily care for, or they may not care for me, but we still work together, and we expect that of our staff and of the volunteers as well.
Which all this could have been avoided if a meeting would have took place.
No, Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Mayor.
I want to go back to that. It couldn't have been avoided. This was inevitable. This decision was coming regardless. This has nothing to do with a single occurrence. The decision to separate officially from a volunteer group was occurring. It just happened simultaneous to another disagreement. So I don't want you to stand here and think because one disagreement happened, we said, you know, well, you got the boot or whatever the comment that was made. That's not the case.
That's what the official statement made it seem like, and has stated in.
I think the official statement from me was, I thank you guys for your effort. You guys have done great things for the City of Taylor Animal Shelter, and we still want to have you involved. Just we can't have it the way it was before.
Thank you, Ms. Cartwright. Your 3 minutes is up. Councilman Becerra, did you have?
I was just curious what the new page is. Who runs it? What's the name of it? You know, how do I find that?
It's called Taylor Animal Shelter, and Carl Zim, whatever part of your guys' group.
But that's the one that
Is-
both of you are referring
is
to?
an admin on
Taylor
your-
Animal Shelter
Yeah.
on Facebook? Okay, thank you.
And if it's the same one I'm thinking of, I believe what happened was, it was established without the approval or consent of the City of Taylor, and I think Carl got involved in order to try to bring it into the City of Taylor, their umbrella of governance, if you will. So Carl came into it just recently.
I think it was just a bad decision for the animals. I think the animals are suffering because there's not that many people on that page, and networking was key, and TASKK never had to say no to an animal, whether it was parvo, a limb removal, eye removal, it didn't matter. We vetted every single animal and made it happen, and now it's sad to say that management's gonna make the decision, and those dogs will probably be slipped into the back and never seen again.
Ma'am, I completely disagree with your comments.
Disagree also.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Cartwright. We're going to allow one more comment based upon
No.
the task situation
No.
here, so we'll allow, yes, ma'am.
You can't do that.
I'm Patty Messer, Michael and Taylor. Well, a lot of the points were already made. However, they were saying that things are going to continue, and I want to know how. Because you started from zero right now, and now how are you going to come up with $33,000 plus for the year?
Same way we did it before. We will have adoption days, we will have events at the animal shelter. We will continue to fundraise the same way that we did before.
That's going forward, but right now, you're getting animal after animal. Where's this money coming from all of a sudden?
There's a budget within the City of Taylor for the animal shelter operations.
I understand that, but it's going to go quick, and you don't have anything. You have nothing right now.
Well, we have a budget that the City of Taylor approves each and every year for operations. The outside ancillary support will absolutely have to have it, but we will continue to fundraise the same way. And I assure you, the level of service will not decline. It will still stay at the highest level.
It can't.
It can.
If an animal with a broken leg comes in and needs an amputation, and the management decides,
we're not gonna pay for that, that is not the same level.
The management wouldn't decide that if they had a broken limb. They would take it into the vet for treatment.
Okay, they might do that, and then we just had a case, the dog couldn't get treated, needed to be amputated. And we've been told, we've been around, we will not pay for that, the shelter, the city will not pay for that. They won't do that. Heartworm treatment, which is very expensive, they won't touch that because it's too expensive for to save one animal. You can't save them all, is what we've been told over and over again.
Ma'am, there's probably a lot of hypothetical situations that you and I can debate standing here, and we could probably sit here for a very long time. What I can assure you is we will continue to do what's best for the animals.
Councilman Woolley?
And just, I guess I'm wondering too, like, the whole debate about a broken leg that needed to be amputated. How old was that animal?
1.
Okay. And in all honesty, I would bet my house that management would make the decision to fix that animal. It's 1 year old. Now, if that animal was 15 years old, I would make the assumption that management would probably not pay for that. But I can't make it, it's purely an assumption. But we have people in those places, whether they're liked or not. Unfortunately, they're not a very popular group because of the position they have. They've been doing it a long time, and they make decisions, and the ones that I know are all animal owners. They own animals. And I think I'm an animal lover. I love animals, and I hate to see an injured animal. And I'm a hunter. I hate to see an injured animal. But I think there's things that come into the equation that changes the equation.
But those are very costly surgeries, and you have eye removals, the part of the stuff that you can't even see, the heartworm stuff that you don't even know until you get that test. Those are very costly and time, you gotta take a lot of time to get that stuff like that healed. And, that's another thing that, maybe a dog got adopted, then they find out that it has heartworm. The shelter won't do anything for them, and that's where, we've also gone above and beyond in helping these animals after they've been adopted. So the care will not continue the way it has been, because it's just going to be cut off as soon as they're adopted, and, animals will be put down if they're too old to be fixed or whatever. I mean, that's going to happen. Well, it didn't happen when we were there, so that's how it's not going to be the same.
Ma'am, here's the reality. We have an ordinance that it's a no-kill for adoptables. If the city of Taylor's putting down animals because of the things that you're speculating, each one of these people are going to be very angry, and they'll hold all of us accountable for that.